Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator. And in this video, we're going to talk about this headline that I just recently saw, even though it was put out January 20th, 2022. Hemp Pulp Company buys Georgia Pacific paper plant to make hemp toilet paper, tissues, baby wipes, etc. So down here it says that Bast Fiber Tech it entered into a licensing agreement with Georgia Pacific 2 years ago to reformulate and patent many of Georgia Pacific's iconic paper products using their bast fibers instead of tree pulp. And now it appears the manufacturing of those products is about to begin. So Georgia Pacific owns such brands as Quilted Northern toilet paper, Angel Soft toilet paper and tissues, Brownie, Sparkle paper towels, Vanity Fair napkins, and Dixie cups. And now it says, well, it's not exactly clear which products have been reformulated and patented or what their new brand names will be. That these, products have been mentioned. Now, the thing here is, this sounds good. We're going to hemp. I am absolutely an advocate for hemp. I have been advocating it since November of '93. If we put it into use, we would have solved so much of our problems, including our plastics problem and our ocean waste problem and a lot of toxins in our atmosphere problems and down the line. But the thing is now they have taken over a really one-time use product, a disposable product that is manufactured and will be disposed of after one use. Okay, it's true that, this will biodegrade. However, this is still a one-time use product. Maybe what they should be making is reusable, washable hemp wipes. Oh, yeah. This right here makes it sound like these are still being made in a disposable, one-time use product fashion. So this sounds good that we're going to hemp here, but it really truly isn't. It because it's still a one-time use disposable product. Even right here, they say that due to hemp, um, due to COVID, it drastically increased the number of disposable cleaning wipes people are using. And they're saying that that demand will be permanent. Okay, but you don't have to have it be a disposable product. Okay, that's what should be permanent. Is that, these really have to be reusable. And, when I was a kid, everybody had reusable cloth diapers. You can make them out of hemp. You can wash them. It's been done for eons. Disposable diapers are, well, what else would we use? So much of part of society, but they've only been used for a few decades and they've created a whole lot of problems. And having these be, right, the disposable cleaning wipes, they need to be reusable. So that is where this can really step up to the plate. And so they're advocates of hemp. They kind of push it down here. And I went and I looked up this company, Bast Fiber Tech. Mother Nature knows best. Naturally engineered fiber for global nonwovens industry, and they're doing good for the most part. They really, maybe I should give them a call. But this is definitely taking a huge lead here. And it said that they produce 100% plant-based, intact natural fibers with the technical and performance requirements for a wide variety of non-woven applications. We are working to fill the critical need for sustainable alternative to man-made fibers. So they start with a seed. We start with the seeds of the Dicata, dicotyledon plant, Dicotyledon plants, a family of plants containing bast fibers, hemp, linen, jute, and kanaf. I'm gonna have to. There's a town in Utah called Kanab. It's right outside of Zion. It's a pretty cool little town. So Kanab. I'm gonna have to look up Kanaf, but I did look up bast fibers today because I truly had never heard of bast fibers till I saw this company. They are obtained from the stems of the corresponding plants. It's hemp. So they're using the bast fibers from hemp. That's their company, Bast Fiber Tech. And also, what came up in the search is that Bast was one of the most popular goddesses of ancient Egypt. Thought of it as a cat goddess. So it was a goddess too. But now this is a fiber that they're working with, and not just with hemp. So they're using those other fibers. They ensure responsible growth and health for our crops by working with progressive agricultural standards and practices. The decortication, a careful mechanical process. They separate the bast fibers from the surrounding plant matter, being sure to maintain the structural integrity of the interior phloem, Phloem. Uh, I'm guessing phloem, that's how I'm going to say it. Fibers which are critical for absorbency. And then they do some wet processing using innovation, proprietary processing techniques. They clean, separate, and refine the bast fibers. And then they do fiber modification. They apply innovative natural modifications to the fibers, including cohesion enhancement, absorbency, modulation, and custom staple length in order to suit a variety of product applications. And their products are leading the fiber industry in the transition from synthetic to semi-synthetic materials to intact plant-based, fully compostable alternatives. Now, even if they're fully compostable, it doesn't mean that it's good if it's a one-time use product. It has to be a reusable product, and I would love to see them get into the packaging business. There's just got to be a way to make reusable containers that are hemp be packaging, reusable packaging. So, but right now they're into the wipes, and they're talking about it in a disposable fashion. So, um, you know, reusable. So, but they do have good intentions here. They talk about the circular economy, the best choice for the planet at BFT, Bast Fiber Tech. We are convinced that the original circular economy model of reduce, reuse, and recycle, the 3R model, has to evolve. A new circular economy model is required, one that will coexist with the original recycle model, but with an urgent focus on replacing plastic and repairing the planet. At BFT, we call this Circular Economy 2.0 to our paradigm. But you know what? We don't need to coexist with recycle. Okay? We recycle shouldn't even really be part of a conversation. It should be so talked about so minimally that you just recycle something when it is no longer usable, not because you used it for 10 minutes and you're done with it. Okay? So, all of this hemp uh, needs to coexist with reusing and really not think about recycling all that much, especially since these, are degrade. So this is their circular economy, the production. It creates a product, then it's used, then it becomes biodegradation, then it becomes nutrients, then helps plants grow, and then the plants become the production again. But you have to do this for reusable products. It says as a species, we have produced more tons of plastic than there are human beings alive today. And despite our best efforts, the vast majority of this plastic is not recycled. In fact, when it comes to many single-use, non-woven plastic applications such as diapers and cleaning wipes, it is simply not feasible to consider a recycling strategy. And actually, what we have to be considering is a reusable strategy. They're still talking disposable here. So they want to replace plastic by purposely designing plastic-free, non-woven products. We play our part in reducing the primary demand for annual plastic production, which I've been saying forever. In doing so, we make sure that we are not trading one environmental issue, plastic pollutions, for another issue like accelerated deforestation. By exclusively working with high biomass annual crops and avoiding wood pulp derived sources, we leave more trees in the ground to act as the planet's lungs, which is what the trees are. They produce your oxygen, trees are essential. So, they're all about repairing the planet here. Got a little probably hemp band-aid over it. And it says the Bast family of plants are some of nature's most efficient carbon sequesters. Bast plants are deep-rooted annual crops that grow with minimal inputs in most climatic zones. In many instances, they form part of a planned crop rotation program, thereby promoting regenerative agriculture. Furthermore, being an annual crop means Bast plants sequester carbon in a year out, whereas once a forest has been logged, it takes years before the replanted forest recovers its carbon sequestering efficiency. So, they're proud to work with their partners, and, I'm not really going to argue with this company. We got another next generation solution. I should look into them. But I certainly can't argue with the work that they're doing so far, even though they truly have to make it so that they are reusable and that they only worry about the product composting, decomposing, becoming part of the nutrient base again. Part of the bionutrients again when the product has really exhausted its useful function. But that should be for a hemp plant. I don't know. A hemp plant product. I don't know. 10,000, 20,000, 50, 100,000 uses, as opposed to one to one. Well, every time I use one, then no, it just biodegrades. But you know what? No, it was still manufactured. It was still processed. It was still transported. It was still packaged. It was still everything. And you know what we're not using to just keep the hemp that we're not using and the other fibers that these people use to just not keep producing disposable products, which is what they talk about here. That hemp can be being used to build cars, to do lots of things, build homes. Okay, right? I mean, mold proof, insect proof, fireproof. Okay, and it has been being used. Okay, so these guys here, Bast Fiber Tech, they're based out of Victoria Island, and the team, let's see, they're in Victoria Island up in BC, I think is at the bottom of here. Yeah, Victoria Island, Lower Victoria, BC. And then they got a head office in Greenville, South Carolina, U.S. operations and Europe operations. So they're out there doing good. They're out there making it happen. They they really have a good base in what should be happening. And I don't know, maybe I will give them a call and try to talk them into talking a lot more about reusable than disposable. So stay tuned, people.